In music, notes can be higher or lower than other notes. Where a note places along this spectrum is called its pitch. Now, in this video, I'm not going to get into the science about why some notes sound higher or lower than others. That gets involved with frequencies and Hertz rent-a-car and all that other kind of junk, and we don't need that right now. We can talk about this just fine without getting into the science. In musical notation, higher-pitched notes are placed higher on the staff, and lower-pitched notes are placed lower on the staff. That makes sense? Let's give a listen. Here are two notes. The second note was higher in pitch than the first one. Now, here are two more notes. This time, the second note was lower in pitch than the first one. But now, hear this one. Now, the second one is still lower than the first, but not by as much, and this is where I really want to dig in. The measurement of the difference between two pitches, the degree to which one is higher or lower than the other, is called the interval. The smallest unit that we use to measure intervals is the half step. Now, I know there might be some highly advanced academic music theory know-it-all geeks out there who want to dispute that, but this video is not for them. The keys on a piano keyboard are all half steps apart, and this is what the difference of a half step sounds like. In our system of music, that is the smallest difference there can be between two pitches. Now, instead of one half step, if you had the difference of two half steps, you would have a whole step. And the difference of a whole step sounds like this. And so on and so on and so on. I won't go over them all here, but I will make a cheat sheet video of a bunch of intervals with musical examples that demonstrate them. So look out for that. Now, this whole time I've been talking about intervals, I've been talking about them in a linear fashion, in a horizontal manner, in a melodic kind of way, one note at a time. One pitch plays, then another pitch plays, and you gauge the difference. But this is a very important point. Intervals can be talked about equally in a vertical fashion, in a harmonic manner. Multiple pitches being played at the same time, and then you gauge the difference. This is how chords are formed. For example, an interval of 7 half steps is called a perfect fifth. Now, if you don't know why it's called a perfect fifth, don't worry, I'll go over that later. For now, just take my word for it. As with the examples before, you can have a perfect fifth linearly. But you may also encounter the perfect fifth vertically or harmonically, and this interval in particular is given the mighty name power chord.
It's time to play the game. Time to play the game.
This is just one example, but what I want to do is continue to drive the point that intervals are examined horizontally and vertically. All right, so to wrap things up, I am by no means finished talking about intervals, but I hope this video was a pleasing introduction to the subject. My last video was about single note musical lines, and my friends, we cannot get to the sexy stuff like scales and chords without first figuring out intervals. It's all the building blocks, you see. So, please let me know what you think in the comments down below, and thank you for watching.